Ah.
Hello, Mr. Moon.
Oh, great!
I actually...
Oh!
Where should I look for more demi...
Oh,
I'll keep... Hello, Gareth. What exactly did you want me to do again?
Find the secret passage that goes from Hogwarts to Hogsmeade. Should be behind a one-eyed witch statue. Then follow it to Honeyduke's cellar and grab some dried billywig stings for my newest concoction.
Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howen. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe. Oh!
Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here, you can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue. You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts. I like to think it enriches his experience. That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better. I think he might be hungry. Would you mind giving him some beast feed? What do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition. And cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Kneazles in the farthest pen?
This way. The Kneazles are over here.
Oh, couple of Kneazle whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeyduke's. Stupid thing.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tuss, peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent?
Her name is Persephone!
Her name is Persephone!
That's really not funny.
Let's go.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on. Feed and brush the measles just as you did with Gerald. The measles really took to you. They know a good egg when they see one. As do I.
It appears our time has come to an end. Please close the pens and see yourselves out. Now, where is our new student? Ah, there you are. I would like a moment, please.
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for correctly, which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way. Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sadly, we're the ones who suffer, stumbling over dead beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps?
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters that we can control? Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments designed to help you catch up to the other fifth years. Be on the lookout for my owl. Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study as many beasts as you can on your own time.
Psst, psst. Over here.
Do you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least, that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet in the forest.
You've intrigued me. Very well. Lead the way.
I'd hoped I would. I wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise. Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you. Don't worry, we're nearly there. It's just ahead. Stand back. Please meet Highwing. Isn't she just magnificent? Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them. I knew it! I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody. So, what did you think of Highwing?
I thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. And I might not be there next time.
Professor Howin mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the Ministry to help.
I don't often agree with Professor Howin, but on that, I fear she's right. The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
That does seem strange. Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on. What they're doing.
I think that's a fine idea. Information is power.
And the more I know, the better I can keep Highwing safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
Hello, friend. I wonder if you might stop by the Three Broomsticks when you can. I would like your help with something.
As I mentioned, my sister Anne misses Hogwarts, and she hasn't been herself lately. I'd like to take you up on your promise to visit her with me. I'm heading to Feldcroft soon, so I'll look forward to seeing you there. It's just south of Hogwarts. By the way, hope you're faring well with the blasting curse. It's still one of my favorites.
Now that you've attended Beasts class, I've asked Deke to assist you in using the room to further your studies in that regard. Please meet him there when you can.
I've not heard from my Uncle Roland in quite some time. I've been beside myself with worry. Could you meet me in the courtyard?
Hello, Serona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgok?
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something?
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I don't believe I've met Mrs. Sprottle.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
Why does Mrs. Sprottle keep a supply of Wiggenweld potion on hand?
Dot's a skilled potioneer. She's been supplying travelling vendors with Wiggenweld potion. An ordinary precaution that has, unfortunately, become a necessity, what with Ranrock's loyalists disrupting the trade routes.
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't imagine what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. The ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends. You're welcome to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
My children and my husband, for that matter.
Oh, hard work and good luck go hand in hand.
No sense to me at all.
He'll see it was a mistake, parting.
Sir, is everything all right?
How kind of you to ask. The name's Ackley Barnes. And no, it is not. I'm plotting a sort of revenge against my ex-business partner, a conniving fiend by the name of Alfred Lawley. He cut me out of our herbology supply business, just as we were getting started. Said I was too volatile to work with. I'll show him volatile.
That must have been frustrating for you.
Yes, it was. Terribly. I'm simply passionate about my work. Supercilious fool. He's passionate about things too, as I intend to remind him by relieving him of his prized possession. A venomous tentacula he's grown from a seedling that was to be the keystone of our business venture. I can't get anywhere near it with Ruth Singer watching me like an augury. Lawley's doing, no doubt. But no one would suspect a student. How would you feel about committing some grand plant larceny?
You said Mr. Lawley was your ex-business partner. What were you working on?
I had an idea to train venomous tentacula, create guard plants, if you will, that attacked when ordered. We hit a snag when one ate Lawley's Kneasel. After that, he cut me out of the business, the short-sighted fiend.
Why do you need Mr. Lawley's venomous tentacula in particular?
Simple. If I have it, then Lawley doesn't. Ergo, I can launch my business, and he must start all over again. I'm killing 2 snidgets with 1 stone.
What else is in Mr. Lawley's cellar?
All of Lawley's herbology supplies. He has quite the collection. Fill your pockets while you're there. Or to slow him down for a bit. And I can get my business going minus any competition.
I'm not sure this is something a student should be doing on your behalf.
Oh, it's nothing. And he deserves it. Trust me. He'll be in and out of there in no time.
Very well. You've convinced me.
Marvelous. I know a fellow seeker of justice when I see one. Take as many herbology supplies as you like while you're in his cellar. All I ask is that you bring me the venomous tentacula. Remember, I just need that venomous tentacula.
Seems I need to find Mr. Lawley's cellar. This must be it. This must be the cellar. Now to find that venomous tentacula. Better not let Mr. Lawley see me. venomous tentacula. Now that I have the venomous tentacula, I should return to Mr. Barnes. Incendiary. Taken over the whole house. Expelliarmus! Protego! Incendio! Defender! Expelliarmus! Revelio. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Revelio. Hello, Hamora.
Any luck retrieving a certain friend of mine from a...
Hello, Mr. Barnes. I have that venomous tentacula.
Ha! Wish I could see Lawley's face when he realizes his prized possession is gone. We'll see who's volatile now. Well done. I'll take it off your hands now.
Of course. Glad to hand it over, frankly.
I shall make an ocean of galleons, and Lawley's business will be sunk. Here's a little something for your next trip to Zonko's. Oh, to see the look on Lawley's face the next time he wanders down to his cellar.
You're back. Nice to see you again. What are we looking for today? Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Best friend. Always have been. I wonder what Merlin would think of the wizarding world today.
Come now, don't be stingy.
The tales of Beetle the Bard still ring true today.
I'll spout how Spavin's been ministered. You in from Edinburgh?
Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle?
Bardo Beaumont should have returned by now. Had by dark wizards he was.
Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh! Dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect Horklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some Horklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you! How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting hawk clumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather hawk clumps and collect the box of letters there.
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Oh, goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories. I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those hawk lumps. I, and the vendors I help, would greatly appreciate it. Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer. I reckon Rookwood's played a hand in his disappearance. Bardolph Beaumont should have returned by now. By dark wizards he was.
Blast the high wing! I should investigate. This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
Potato! You're the one who stole the goblin's hammer.
Accio!
I tell you this.
Descendo!
Someone's going to regret trespassing.
Glacius! Arresto momentum. Levioso!
Someone get me down!
Confringo! Revelio. This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned. Expelliarmus! Gave the hawk lumps to Mrs. Sprottle, but I still need to visit the cave to find Zerona's box of letters. Perhaps better have a look around, see if I can find that box of letters. Expelliarmus! Incendio! That's all the hawk lumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased. Expelliarmus! Defender! Either I'll have to fight that troll, or... Revelio. That's all the hawk lumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased. Confringo! Incendio! Either I'll have to fight that troll, or we'll go together. Descendo! Glacius! Arresto momentum. Levioso! Protego! Confringo! Defendo! Expelliarmus! Incendio! One less foul hulking brute. Expelliarmus! Confringo! Incendio! Confringo! Incendio! Confringo! Incendio! Revelio. Revelio. This must be Sorona's box of letters. I should take this box. I think that's everything. Sorona will be glad to have this back.
shame Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer. I reckon Rookwood...
Excuse me. Did you say something about Bardolph Beaumont?
Oh, hello again. How nice to see you. And yes, I did. I was just worrying about Claire Beaumont's brother Bardolph. Only he's gone missing. Rumour is he was seen in the forest practicing dark magic. Saw him myself near some ruins with Rookwood's lot, I did. I fear he got himself into trouble with the Ashwinders, especially if he made them a promise he couldn't keep. I'd help search for him myself, but no one will risk encountering Ranrock's loyalists. They seem to be everywhere.
Why would Bardolph want to get involved with the Ashwinders?
Oh, he had a terrible run-in with Ranrock's loyalists. Changed him. He vowed never to feel powerless again. I think he sought the Ashwinders out to learn their secrets. Victor Rookwood, at least, seems somehow immune to Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think Bardolph may have simply run off?
No. Bardolph's run that shop with Claire his entire life. He'd not give it up for anything. He swore he'd be back in a fortnight. My instincts are that he's been held captive, or worse.
I can certainly look out for him.
Any help would be appreciated. You might speak to Claire first. Perhaps she has some insights that I don't. I can tell you that Bardolph was last seen in the forest wearing a particular woolen jumper, one that Claire knitted herself. Claire will be at her shop if you'd like to speak with her.
Excuse me, Mrs. Sprottle. Any news on Bardolph Beaumont's disappearance?
Afraid not. I've spoken with Claire, still worried sick about her brother. He was last seen heading towards the forest with one of Victor Rookwood's lot.
Ranrock's loyalists are a menace. What can be done?
Madame Beaumont, might I speak with you?
Yes? What about?
Mrs. Sprottle told me a little about your brother's disappearance.
Oh, dear Dorothy. She go looking.
She mentioned dark magic in even the Ashwinders.
Despite my repeated warnings, Bardolph's been experimenting with dark magic near the edge of the forest. I thought perhaps he'd get it out of his system.
Is there anything your brother took with him that
Only his son.
Could Bardolph have...
No, he'd never leave. That worries me almost more than his attempts at mastering dark.
I'll let you know.
Thank you.
What do you have for sale?
Bardolph, where are you? I'll not give up hope. Upper Hogsfield is being terrorised by Ranrock's loyalists. It's not right.
I couldn't help but...
I did.
Nice to meet you.
My brother Bardolph did. I'm simply at my...
How did your brother...
Bardolph had spent when a group of Ranrock's lost. In their anger, they held him. The moment he left St. Mungo's...
You said Ranrock's loyalists...
To the south, across the river. Last I heard, there were several loyalists in each camp. I won't go near them.
Why don't you simply leave?
Upper Hogsfield is my... No. He's gone to seek victory.
I'm unfortunate.
Much as... We should not have to live in fear.
Revelio. It seems as though things are getting worse. Best be on my guard. Aloha Mora. Fine now, demi-guys. Revelio. Protego. Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio. Protego. Revelio. 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 This looks intriguing. Revelio. 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 Confringo. Revelio. Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Adelaide Oaks, isn't it? I received your owl.
Yes, I'm Adelaide Oaks. Oh dear. You see, my Uncle Roland is a metal trader who's quite well known in the goblin community. He normally sends me owls every week when he's on his business travels. In his last owl, he alluded to dealings with those radical goblins. Ranrock's loyalists. It's been ages since that owl and I'm worried. What with the troll attack on Hogsmeade and the rumours that goblins may have been involved, well, I'm fearing the worst. Should I be worried about my uncle, or am I overthinking this?
I think you're right to be concerned, Adelaide. Your uncle may be in trouble.
You're much more understanding than Professor Weasley. She heard I was going to look for him and forbade me from leaving the grounds. She's convinced he can handle himself, but I can't concentrate on anything until I know he's all right. Could you try to find out for me? From what I hear, you're almost as adventurous as Uncle Roland.
Has your uncle traded with many goblins?
Yes, for ages. Even speaks gobbledygook. But he only recently met... He does it for me. Between robes and supplies. He's sacrificed so much for me over the years. I promise...
I take it you and...
We are. He knows I get anxious when he...
I'll try and look in.
Thank you. In fact, in his last owl, he drew me a map of his next stop. He'd planned to set up... I do hope you're able to find out where he is. Oh, Uncle Roland, what have you got yourself into?
Deke. Ah, Deke is so happy to see you. Deke noticed this bag in the room the other day. You must need it to help with your schoolwork. Deke has seen one of these before. Deke calls it a knapsack. Perfect for gathering and transporting beasts. Pleasant little breeze.
I have been thinking about something Professor Howin said in Beasts class, that I should study as many beasts as I can on my own time. She also mentioned that poachers have been active in the area.
Precisely what Deke was thinking. You see, the room knew Come along, then. Our first stop will be beyond the castle grounds. We can leave now, or you can come and find Deke when you're ready to go.
I'm ready to learn how to use the knapsack.
Perfect! Deke loves an outing. That was a dark time in Deke's life. Deke found himself in service of the cruelest wizard he ever met. A nasty poacher. Deke hated working for him. He did horrible things to beautiful beasts. Oh. It was during those days that Deke first saw a knapsack. It'll be nice to see one used for good. We have arrived. Deek enjoys coming here to watch the beasts, especially the Puffle of Puffskein. It would be nice to keep them. All you will need to do is...
All right. Adelaide mentioned her uncle's camp may be near Brockborough, past the river.
Deek hasn't seen this many plants here.
I'll look after you. Not going to hurt you. Revelio. Flipendo. Revelio. Settle yourself. I mean you no harm. Revelio. I managed to rescue a puffskein.
You can rescue as many as the knapsack will hold. Poachers capture puffskeins and, well, Deek isn't sure what they do with them. Deek is certain they will be safer with you. Now, not all beasts will be as simple to rescue.
All right.
Deek knows of some to the west. Deek will meet you there.
Incendio. Defender. Hello, Deek. Shall we continue?
Oh, good. Deke was worried about you, what with all the poachers in the area. Perhaps we should work quickly. The jobberknolls are just here, in this large tree. If it's helpful, Deke has seen Levioso used to slow flying beasts. Easier to get in close and use the knapsack.
What if I can't find any beasts in their usual habitat?
Beasts won't stray too far from their homes. Look nearby or simply wait a moment, and they should return.
Do you have any advice on how I can rescue more elusive beasts?
Levioso is not only helpful when rescuing flying beasts, it can also help rescue beasts that are generally hard to catch. Try using that spell the next time you encounter a small or otherwise elusive beast.
Do you have any...
Levioso is not only helpful when rescuing...
Would you...
But Deke is grateful...
Then I shall go and
Good luck.
Everything's all right now. Revelio. I'll look after you. Revelio. Professor Howard will never believe this. Revelio. Revelio. There. I'm not going to hurt you. Revelio. I rescued a jobberknoll.
Deek hopes you're jobbing. Poachers want them for their feathers, and are not kind when they gather them.
Are there any other beasts nearby?
Just one that Deek knows of. A herd of... Deek will see you there.
Hello, Deek.
It is. Moon calves gather near the lodge. So, unfortunately,
How did you end up at Hogwarts?
Deek's prior master had no family, so when he died, all of his house elves were relocated by the ministry. Deek was the most fortunate one, as Deek was sent to Hogwarts. Deek...
I shall go and find a moon.
Deek will be waiting for your return.
everything's all right now. Revelio. I'll look after you. Revelio. Settle yourself. I mean you no harm. Revelio. Professor Howard will never believe this. It was a bit trickier than the others, but I have a mooncalf now.
Another beast, safe and sound. Deke supposes he'll be able to rescue many more beasts, but for now, let's bring...
All right.
There you are. Now, we need to show the beast you rescued their new home. But, not enough room to let them out here. Imagine all those beasts running amok. That wouldn't do at all. Perhaps if you focus on what your beasts need, the room will provide. What exactly did you think of? Heavens! You've done it!
But what is it?
Deke isn't sure. Only one way to find out. Meet you inside when you're ready. Look at this. It's amazing.
Where are we, Deke?
It seems to be a place for your beasts to live, a vivarium of some sort. Oh, your beasts will be quite comfortable here. They'll live healthy, safe lives. Perhaps you want to release them, let them see their new home. Deke thinks the vivarium will be a fitting new home for your beasts.
Indeed. I only hope we'll have enough space for all of them.
Deke hopes so too. But if you do run out of room, Madam Peck at Brood and Peck in Hogsmeade will help to find safe homes for them.
Any beasts that the room can't hold?
Yes, she's well known for helping to care for beasts in need, and she'll give you a fair price for them. Speaking of care, if you gather some magical material...
Very well. I've collected some magical material.
Now Deke can show you how to use them. First, you'll need to use...
an enchanted loom.
Exactly. It will allow making your clothing. Why don't you try it?
I'll go and experiment with... That came out nicely. I should show Deke. I used the enchanted loom, Deke.
Wonderful.
Will I be able to weave even more powerful magic in?
You will, by risk. For now, however, Deke...
Can I use the loom to enhance?
The loom will only... Deke suspects you... Deke also knows that some of the shops in...
Thank you for your help. Revelio. Revelio.
I hate to see a creature get put down like that. But trolls have no business in Hogsmeade.
What are you up to now?
It's not one thing, it's the other.
Honeydew potion wants keeping away from today's young, I'd say. First they're teaching students jinxes. Next thing you know, it's unforgivable curses. If it thinks it's got half a chance, the werewolf would be on you like both orthodoxians.
My advice when dealing with untoward matters is in for a Knut, in for a galleon. Bromley Gaunt was the sort who'd flay her own mother.
Hello. Mind you, don't turn quick. If you're stuck.
Hello.
Oh, welcome to Brood and Peck. I'm Ellie Peck. And before you ask, I'm out of a Braxton hair. The lot of it was bought up by a trader in Ottery St. Catchpole. Made me take it in person, they did. No care that I had to shut the shop. Apparently had a bad experience with someone shipping them hair from a Wampus cat. Must have been someone from America. Anyway, what? Always have trouble collecting them. Used to carry them in the shop, but people kept asking for their money back when they'd get home and the blasted things would be...
I can imagine that would be rather frustrating.
There's worse. Trust me. Most of the suppliers of whooper feathers may as well be living in St. Mungo's. Not surprising, I suppose.
Sounds like stocking your
Truer words. Used to carry beasts themselves. Not my fault if the little ones caught a flea of an easel. Ooh. And I do like to make sure the beasts are safe and well. Now, why don't you have a good... Always best to pop in when...
Thank you, I will.
Take all the time.
What do you have for sale?
Now, what sorts of beast byproducts might you be looking to acquire? You could never go wrong with those. Good choice, I'd say. You could never go wrong with those. Good choice, I'd say. I don't mind selling things for certain clients. You know where to find me. I'll not mind seeing you here again. Consider yourself welcome. Now, what sorts of beast byproducts might you be looking to acquire?
But Lawley's none too pleased. Seems...
Hello, Serona. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk lumps for her Wiggenweld potion.
Oh, thank...
I wondered about some...
Of course.
One of the letters...
I did. Nothing like the feeling of catching... I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it.
I saw a letter from...
It is. Still one of my... Especially when it comes to young people. To borrow a phrase from Mirab...
I spotted a letter.
We do. I shall be the first to admit that adolescent... And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. Well...
I'm glad I could be of help.
Don't know what I'd... And for returning this box of...
I shan't be having none of your nonsense. Do me like that again and you'll soon find yourself with naught but poachers at your back.
Going to hurt you. Revelio. Everything's all right now. yourself. I mean you no harm. I'll look after you. Abandoned long ago, no doubt.
I don't think anyone at the Ministry works a day in their life. Work hard and don't be afraid to fail. That was the path of the leader. My first employment was at Honeyduke's. Stock girl I was. I did put on a bit of weight though.
I used to help out at the Three Broomsticks when I was younger.
My plan is to have enough galleons one day that I don't have to work at all. I shall spend my days baking treacle tarts and denoming the garden. If only I could invent a new potion, something indispensable, I'd be set for life. Not to worry, I like it. Oh, the luck it takes to keep a clean house is staggering, even with magic.
I could use a few more house elves in my house. If I thought I could compete with Sorona, I'd open my own pub in Hogsmeade. On second thought, I'd rather be the one drinking the fire whiskey than pouring it. A spot of failure's a good thing. Builds character. Not much of the dark arts that frightens me as long as I have me one.
Polyjuice potion wants keeping away from today's young, I say. First they're teaching students jinxes. Next thing you know, it's unforgivable curses.
Dark wizards are greedier than nippers and meaner than trolls.
If it thinks it's got half a chance, a werewolf would be only like both of Mr. Nonsense.
I simply pretended that someone had used expelling armor. But really, I'd forgotten to bring it out.
I had plenty of them.
Come on in.
Revelio.
Watch yourself, though.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Whew. Sorry I'm in a bit of a tizzy. I was just I suppose it's my own fault. By By the way, be it welcome to Dogweedon. Oh, if there wasn't the constant demand for antidotes, I wouldn't need... Except, of course, for curses, and, well, mind you don't knock the mandrake.
Someone died here. I think I'll just have a look around for now.
Very well.
What do you have for sale?
Well, what say we show you some of what's available? Oh, I'm always thrilled when a young one makes a wise purchase. I can tell you'll go far. You did away with all those dark wizards.
Revelio.
I can't believe it. You're a force to be reckoned with, aren't you? Well, what say we show you some of what's available? Doors always open. You be sure to stop by soon.
Exactly as Madame Beaumont described.
Glaciers! Arresto momentum. Levioso!
Why don't you come up here and...
Descendo! Accio!
One less human to worry about. One less human to worry about. Over here!
Glaciers!
Someone...
Protego!
Stop it!
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Defendo! Incendio!
One count down, one more to go. Revelio.
Confringo! Incendio! Revelio!
Revelio. Revelio. That wasn't too hard. Revelio.
Nice of you to stop by.
What seems to be the problem?
You may well ask. I'm convinced I saw a Grim, an omen of death. I'm not safe, but if it can't see me, I'll be all right, won't I? All I need is an invisibility.
The Grim, if you saw one, is an omen. Omens...
I can see you don't believe. No kindness in the youth
Still
of
in the
today.
market for an...
You've changed your mind?
Well, as it happened...
Oh, you're a gent. No Grim is going... I must insist that you accept this small token of me gratitude for your thoughtfulness.
Revelio.
Who's that? Such arrogance. Never seen anything like that before. One less human to worry about. You're really not very good at it. Such arrogance.
Potato. Confringo.
No!
Defendo. Revelio. Both camps cleared. Madam Beaumont will be glad to hear that.
Off on another adventure, are we?
face right out of a storybook. Revelio!
I do, Mr.
Hello, Madam Bud.
You cleared them out?
I managed to catch them off guard.
When my brother returns, this news will mean the world. You saved our hamlet, my young. I fear for other hamlets, truly.
What do you have for sale?
What are you looking for exactly? Thank you. Sincerely.
Are you in some sort of trouble?
I don't suppose a student like...
Yes, I have some right here. Please.
Oh, thank you! I feel better already. Please take this as thanks for your generosity.
Hello.
That I do, but what's a student like yourself doing out here? Got yourself lost, did you?
Just exploring the countryside a bit.
Aye. Nice to break the routine now and then. Bit of a wanderer myself, in fact. Name's Leopold Babcock, and I am indeed here to sell. Now, for someone like yourself who is also... I wouldn't dare set foot in a place like... What do you say, my young friend?
Something to consider.
Aye, let me...
What do you have for sale?
See if there's something you need. Thank you for your patronage. That's been a pleasure. See if there's something you need. That's been a pleasure.
Confringo!
Now there's a student who knows how to...
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.